Hi, everybody. Alright, so I got an update regarding the Quicken Loans Arena for the 2016 RNC. This is on the Secret Service opposing not to have, or rather opposing and saying that they will not have guns or allow guns at the Quicken Loans Arena at the 2016 RNC. And basically, this is real sweet, short, simple. And I got two statements on this, two different articles, one from MSN, one from ABC. ABC at the bottom has a really good quote, and it basically says, firearms were also banned by the Secret Service at the Republican Convention in Tampa in 2012. So this is not something to do with, law-abiding citizens need their guns and all this other stuff. No. There have always been demonstrations pro and for everything, and they've been handled appropriately. The Secret Service coordinates with all levels of law enforcement, federal, state, and county authorities, and all municipality agencies have basically been brought in to basically secure a plan. And basically, when asked whether the rally violence during the election cycle and if Trump claims that there may be riots surrounding the convention, if he's not chosen as party nominee, will affect safety and security, it was said he doesn't really anticipate this convention being more dangerous or higher alert than in the past years. There have always been a few rival rousers. And basically, we get a good treat here. This coming from Jan Gilhooly, a retired senior USSS agent who is now the president of the Association for Former Agents, said that the Convention Planning Committee are in place for months, and the Secret Service field offices prepare for upwards of a year, meeting with all appropriate law enforcement entities, and basically said, Gilhooly was deputy director in 2008 and 2012 directors. He might be 2016 as well. I don't know if this article goes on that. Basically, this is now going on to the change.org. Basically says that he argues that banning firearms puts thousands of convention attendees at risk. It does. And basically, the GOP frontrunner Donald Trump told ABC News, John Carl this week, quote unquote, on Sunday that he had not seen the petition and he wanted to take a look at it for the change.org. This is just him going on now. I have not seen the petition. I want to see what it says, Trump said. I want to read the fine print. I have to see what it says. I'm a very, very strong person on the Second Amendment. I like very few people are stronger, and I have to see the petition. This basically is his go-to line when he gets into a tight corner. Similar to what he said about the Ku Klux Klan and knowing the leadership or being associated with leadership or having any endorsement by the leadership. And I find this very funny because here it is.
Melania did a cover shoot for GQ.
Hang on, I'll turn it up and everything. Give me a second.
No big deal, but it was a cover shoot for GQ, a big magazine.
I'll go back. Hang on.
National Enquirer story.
Totally. I had nothing to do with it. The campaign had absolutely nothing to do with it. He's got a problem with the National Enquirer. I have.
It's a National Enquirer. Hang on one second, folks. I apologize. Why National Enquirer event is coming up when it's on this, I have no idea, but basically, let's see if they have something down here. Well, they don't. But anyways, folks, this is coming from two different sources, and basically it says the U.S. Secret Service will not allow people to carry guns in the July Republican National Convention in Cleveland. I think it's supposed to say squashing the hopes of more than 45,000 people who signed a petition saying attendees should be allowed to bring firearms, Secret Service said Monday. It has the authority to preclude guns from the site visited by the people it protects, such as U.S. presidential candidates, presidents, and former presidents. Only authorized law enforcement personnel working in conjunction with the Secret Service for a particular event may carry a firearm inside a protected site. Agency spokesman Robert Hoback said in a statement, individuals determined to be carrying firearms will not be allowed past predetermined outer perimeter checkpoint regardless of whether they possess a ticket to the event, he said. Sounds good. So this is just the runaround on this situation, and I kind of figured this is what they would say, and let me sum it up for you. These events are planned nearly a year, if not more, ahead of time, folks. For that time, they probably barely know who the front runners will be. And it's really kind of funny. We don't hear about anything involving the Democratic National Convention. So everything's focusing on the Republican, not the Democrats. Why? Well, probably so that Democrats can sink another puppet into the White House and make the Republicans on the news for everything. But anyways, going back to this, they basically said that these things are set up a year or so in advance. The Secret Service sites are set up and prepared for almost a year in advance. Probably before they know who the front runners are and all this other stuff. So the idea that this would even be an issue worth discussing is mute. I mean, you figure in this convention you have, I would say, probably better part of, I'd say probably 1,200 people in law enforcement capacity who are at this convention or who are assigned to different levels of security at this convention. So the idea that the guy's patrolling, the guy's doing the checks, the guy's doing this, doing that, and everything else, would want, 5 times to 20 times their numbers carrying firearms in a arena like this. It would be almost impossible to even set up now, especially if they wanted to, because everybody has already set up the event. So there will not be any guns at the 2016 RNC. Thank you.